everybody, welcome back to the No Nonsense. And today I want to talk about FGM, that is female genital mutilation, and its counterparts. So, this is a very sensitive topic. It is still, unfortunately, also relevant in the society. I just want you to go through the process of learning about it with me, because until like very recently even I did not know that this was so prevalent and this was a thing actually. So I want you to just you know see the whole video. Please share information about it. If not the video, just tell people that it's not okay, and try to learn something from this video. That's it.
What exactly is FGM? FGM is the non-medical practice that intentionally removes female genital organs. Often, girls are cut when they are still very young, in some cases under the age of 5. FGM is practiced all over the world, but is predominant in 30 countries. In some of those countries, high prevalence rates mean that nearly all girls still experience FGM. There are 4 types of FGM. Type 1, clitoridectomy, meaning removal of the clitoris. Type 2, excision, meaning removal of the clitoris and the labia. Type 3, infibulation, meaning a narrowing of the vaginal opening, sometimes through stitching. Type 4, all other harmful procedures not covered by the first 3, including pricking, stretching, scraping, or even using acid to mutilate parts of the genitalia. Once more for everyone in the back, it is non-medical and has 0 health benefits, but it can cause a lot of other things. Severe bleeding, complications in childbirth, problems urinating, problems menstruating, problems having sex, mental health issues, shock, death. More than 200 million women have undergone female genital mutilation, FGM, with 3 million more at risk every single year. FGM is violence against women and girls, child abuse, sexual assault. Often it's about controlling female sexuality, a tradition to prepare a woman for marriage, allegedly to purify them for their husbands. Sometimes it's done to girls because it was done to their mothers, as a rite of passage or a coming-of-age ritual, or even without much of an explanation at all. It's a cycle of social pressure that's hard to shake, but not impossible. Actually, many people in these countries want the practice to end forever. And though it is often shrouded in secrecy, many survivors told Global Citizen they wanted to talk about the reality of FGM so that they can help end it altogether. We should probably mention too, FGM is not a religious exercise. It happens in Christian, Muslim and Jewish communities, but there is nothing in any of their holy books that teaches it. Basically, FGM is violence against girls. So how can we end FGM forever? Education, teaching doctors and teachers what signs to look for and how to respond sensitively. Cultural intervention, survivors telling their stories to their own communities. Laws and policies, enforcing consequences when FGM is carried out and making policy changes that further deter the practice. The time to end FGM is now. Just head to globalcitizen.org/FGM Among Us to find out more.
Okay, so basically, female genital mutilation means the non-therapeutic partial or complete removal or injury of each of the female genital organs. External female genital organs, actually. So, why exactly is it done? Many practitioners of female genital mutilation believe that the procedure is dictated by tradition and is necessary to ensure marriage because men refuse to marry intact women. It is sometimes stated that the purpose of female genital mutilation is to control women's sexuality, and in some settings, intact women are considered dishonorable prostitutes. It is also believed that the clitoris connotes maleness and the purpose of penis connotes femaleness. Those who hold these beliefs therefore insist that both be removed before a person is accepted as an adult. It is additionally claimed that female genitalia are ugly and dirty and must be removed to enhance beauty and cleanliness. We all know that doesn't make sense, right? Because men have sex willingly. If it is ugly, just leave it. While I'm all in for practicing and keeping traditions alive, there is some shit that is better left to rot in history. Now, the physical consequences of FGM were clearly explained in the video, but it is actually the mental consequences of FGM that scare the shit out of me. So, basically, women who have experienced FGM as children are known to include the feelings of incompleteness, fear, inferiority, and suppression. Women also report chronic irritability and nightmares. They have a higher risk of psychiatric and psychosomatic diseases. It perpetuates harmful gender norms. Some communities believe that it is required for a girl's proper upbringing and marriage, or to maintain the family's honor, they have to be groomed a certain way, and this is a part of grooming. And to this day, we know of many examples within the Indian community where girls are considered as a deterrent, or sometimes just something that is just there for the family's honor. I literally feel very unsafe and hurt talking about it. Imagine it being a community thing, a family thing that has been going on for centuries. So, female genital mutilation or cutting, FGM or C, as it is practiced in India, is known as katna or cuffs, and it involves the removal of clitoral hood or the clitoris. But then the cuffs is not considered female genital mutilation by many. This is because the women of the Bhora community have refused to recognize it as a harmful procedure. According to an article by First Post, cuffs has been a practice within the community for over 1400 years. Just as the men of the community undergo circumcision, so do the women, and hence we see it as a act of gender parity. The standard operating procedures for conducting female circumcision sets out the manner in which cuffs is performed, that is with great care and under the expertise of a trained medical practitioner, and with the consent of the mother or the guardian. It continues like, the confusion arises when most of the people are unaware that unlike FGM, cuffs involves a harmless nick on the pappus. Female circumcision is far less invasive than the male circumcision. And that sentence prompted me to search on male circumcision, because equality, people. And then immediately found out that people are not concerned about male circumcision as female genital mutilation. So I came over to Google and I clearly typed male circumcision in Bora community, and apparently even Google is not concerned, because all I find is just female, 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 female. I mean, okay, equality minus 100. So I'm not saying that it might be bad or whatever it is, but there should be some kind of information about the male circumcision as well, right? Especially when I typed male circumcision, no one is concerned. I would also like to quickly point out that I did find some articles on the web that say that the male circumcision is sometimes useful and seems to have certain health benefits. Though for Muslims, the removal of foreskin is known to make them cleaner, and for them, cleanliness is a way to reach God. They believe that the removal of the foreskin makes it easier to keep the penis clean because urine can't get trapped there. Let's now talk about some other cases on how Indians are obsessed with the idea of virginity. In case of an unmarried woman or a soon to be married woman, the hymen's presence or absence thereof is seen as a direct reflection of woman's purity, chastity, and thereby an extension, a reflection of her as well as the family honor. So, whatever I'm about to say is extensively picked from an article that I found in dailyo.in. The link is in the description. If you want to check it out, please go on. But not the entire thing, alright? Only the first two paragraphs which I'm going to narrate now. In early 2013, 450 women were forced to undergo virginity tests in the tribal district of Betul in Madhya Pradesh. These tests were carried out at the behest of the Madhya Pradesh government during a state led mass marriage ceremony. The state had floated the Mukhya Mantri Kanyadan ceremony, in which government assisted poor women in getting married. The scheme provided brides with a household items to the value of rupees 9,000. The state justified the virginity tests by maintaining that women who were already married wanted to avail these gifts and therefore took part in the ceremony with their husbands and posed as bride and bridegroom. Until the late 2005, the diabolical two finger tests were being carried out in medico legal cases. The purpose of these tests was twofold: to conduct an examination, which in turn would lead to a medically sanctioned verdict on whether a woman was a virgin or not. The second purpose was to establish the laxity of the vagina and to determine if a woman was habituated to sex, and in a roundabout way, consent would be established. This discussion was done in a courtroom full of people, mind you. And both of the above cases clearly states like how the state a government, or in this case the whole Indian judiciary, viewed at women as if like they are supposed to be virgin. They cannot like provide consent before marriage to indulge in any kind of sexual activity, which by now I think that the situation is better, but then god knows. Also, something we might all know is that during first nights in Hindu community, a white bedsheet is used. This is used to determine if it is a woman's first intercourse, because according to it, the hymen would break and there would be blood on the sheets. While in some communities, the members of their community wait outside the room in which the couples have sex. They are expected to show a blood stained bedsheet which will prove that the girl was a virgin. It is not necessary for a virgin to bleed the first time she has sex. In fact, if we go according to the statistics, only 42% of the women do so. A village council in Nashik, Maharashtra allowed a husband to end his marriage barely after 48 hours after the ceremony if he showed proof, that is a spotless sheet, after the marriage had been consummated, to show that his bride was not a virgin. Okay, so now I really need to explain this, alright? So, the hymen does not decide virginity. It is in no way a factor to determine whether a woman is a virgin or not. The hymen basically surrounds, not covers the opening. Contrary to the popular belief, in most women, the hymen is shaped like a donut or a rubber band, literally, and it has already a hole in it. In female babies, the hymen is thick, but as she grows older, the tissue stretches and becomes thinner, and the hole becomes wider. Daily activities such as walking, running, sports, swimming, even washing the hymen tissue can make it wear away. And therefore, as I said, it is not a symbol of virginity. And even if it were, you are not allowed to put fingers wherever you please. Remember, virginity and chastity are not the only measures to base a happy marriage on. Honesty and trust are far more important traits that both partners should possess. Females are also not there for you to get married, for you to have sex with, for you to just convert them into child making machines or something. They are also individuals of the society who contribute alike to their male counterparts. Please treat females with respect. God damn it, why is it so hard to understand? This is your no nonsense signing off. And also, please like, share, and comment. You know what to do.